is our third main topic today?
All right, guys, this is coming from Art Creations. Hey, John, I saw a report by Hollywood Reporter saying that Michael Keaton is joining the Batgirl cast as Batman. Michael Keaton is already reprising his role as Batman in the upcoming Flash movie. Batgirl cast already has J.K. Simmons as Jim Gordon. It means Batgirl is probably set in the DCEU. Does this mean they're going to replace Ben Affleck with Michael Keaton as Batman in the DCEU?
All right. Thanks a lot for sending that in, Art Creations. And obviously, look, one of the big things that got everybody excited a little while ago was when news came out that Michael Keaton was going to be reprising his role as Bruce Wayne / Batman in the upcoming Flash movie. There then became some whispers that they might actually use him outside of just the Flash movie. And I remember thinking, I doubt it. I said, it's possible. They could. But, I kind of doubt it. This feels like a one and done thing to me. All right. But the whispers persisted that he could be playing in other things. And now it's not just whispers. It's kind of a done thing. As it is now official, Michael Keaton is going to be appearing in the HBO Max movie Batgirl with J.K. Simmons. And this is significant. This comes to us from the folks over at Deadline who write, Michael Keaton has signed on to reprise his role as Batman in the upcoming superhero pick Batgirl. Deadline has confirmed. He'll star in the latest feature from Warner Brothers and DC along Leslie Grace, who I'm very excited to see Leslie Grace in that, J.K. Simmons and Brendan Fraser. I'm also very excited to see Brendan Fraser in it. Warner Brothers had no comment on the casting when contacted by Deadline, but the news comes following the announcement that Keaton would again don the cape for Ezra Miller's star The Flash, which is scheduled for release in theaters on November 4th, 2022. And by the way, we were talking about how the John Wick movie and John Wick 4 and Matrix 4 were supposed to come out on the same day in May, so long ago. Yeah. The Flash. Anybody want to guess what the original release date of The Flash was? This Ezra Miller Flash movie?
I want to say 2019.
You're close. 2018. I think it was May 2018 was the original release date.
Oh my God.
For the Ezra Miller Flash movie.
Holy
So
crap.
yeah, maybe we shouldn't worry so much about John Wick being delayed by a year.
So did Justice League really just topple everything? Is that what
I don't
do you
know.
think?
It might have been the whole
they were
Batman versus Superman and
that's true.
Justice League
That's
thing.
true.
It could have been the fact that they had this merry-go-round of like 3 or 4 different sets of directors and 3 or 4 different sets of writers, and they just kept going through it. So I don't know what it was. But it is now coming. They've got a very, very good director attached to it, and Michael Keaton is going to be in it. This is interesting for a couple of reasons, both of which our viewer kind of pointed out. Number one, we're going to get more Michael Keaton as Batman than we thought. But number two is, well, since J.K. Simmons is playing Commissioner Gordon, so we know this Batgirl movie, which I initially thought might be in the Robert Pattinson Batverse, now we know it's actually in the mainline DCEU. Well, if Michael Keaton is coming as Batman in the mainline DCEU, does that de facto mean that Michael Keaton has replaced, Ben Affleck wasn't going to come back anyway, but that he has replaced Ben Affleck as the Batman in this cinematic universe? Because look, we know that a big part of the Flash movie is heavily influenced by, if not completely based on, the Flashpoint storyline. Could be that, Ezra Miller's character changes something in the past, and now in the DCU, Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, wow.
Could be. Whether he's Thomas Wayne, which is a character they used in Flashpoint, or whether he is a different version of Bruce Wayne, now older. But we were talking a little bit about Nathan Fillion is 50. Michael Keaton, I'm going to think 72. Before I ask Google, you guys want to take a guess how old Michael Keaton is? Kimberly, you want to take a guess before I ask Google?
It's an unfair guess because I had already actually looked it up.
Oh, you looked it up? Why don't you just tell us? How old is he?
He's 70.
Okay, so he's 70. So him and Bob Iger are the same age.
He's the man.
Right. So I don't know. Hey, look, I just watched him. What was that? Can you look up the name of that action movie he just did? He just did the action movie with Maggie Q.
Okay.
That I saw earlier, earlier this year. He did that action movie with Maggie Q, and I cannot remember the name of it.
It was called The Protege.
The Protege. Okay. Not a bad little film. Not great, but not a bad little film. Michael Keaton is rocking the badass attitude in that and kicking ass and looking good doing it. Like when I realized, oh my gosh, Michael Keaton's about to go into an action sequence. How's this going to look? I mean, he's 70. I mean, how's he going to look? He looked great. He looked great. He was, they made sure the choreography was within limits that we could buy him doing it. But his action sequences in The Protege were wonderful. And I believed him. And I'm thinking, okay, Mr. Keaton, I see you. I can still see you as Batman for a couple more years.
Hey.
So, I mean, I don't know. Let me ask you this, Kim K. First of all, I think it's great that he's going to be in Batgirl. This will create more continuity between it and the Flash movie and probably give us a clear direction about where the DCEU is now heading and what they're doing. I could see him maybe doing more projects as Batman. I don't know. What do you think about this?
Well, first, I'm just freaking excited to see him return as Batman. I'm so excited to see him return. Yeah, he could do more stuff as Batman, and I'm eager to see what they're going to do with this version of Bruce Wayne. So I'm excited for it. But I honestly, whether or not they do more, I'm just so stoked to see him as Batman on the big screen again. He was one of my favorites, even though the villains in those Batman movies were a bit cartoonish. They are not the Christopher Nolan, obviously, but there's something about Michael Keaton as Batman that's just quintessential to my childhood, and so I'm just so excited to see him.
But what do you think about the fundamental question? Do you think he is replaced? Is he now going to be the de facto Batman of the DCEU, replacing Ben Affleck? No, you don't think so?
No. No. I don't think so at all.
Really? Why is that?
I don't think so at all, because we want more from our Batman in terms of the physicality. And like you just said, he's doing really good with the physicality in other films. But I feel like when I saw Robert Pattinson in that trailer whooping ass like that, I was like, that's what I want from Batman. I want to see that hardcore in your face.
So let me ask you, do you think they're going to bring in a new actor to play Batman? Because I don't think Ben Affleck's returning.
We have some time. I believe we've got some time. I believe we have enough time to kind of revisit him and go, wasn't that awesome? And I think Ben Affleck is out, and I think down the line, they'll introduce somebody new.
Okay.
I do, but I think right now for the few projects we're going to get him in, I mean, 2 projects, that's pretty darn cool. That's actually a lot. I thought it was just, we were going to get a little cameo. Hey, remember me? I'm excited that it's 2 separate projects where we're going to get more of Michael Keaton. That's great. I'm good with that. I'm not like, well, where's my 5 more films? No, I'm good with that, but I don't think he's a permanent replacement. If we ever get the team back together again in terms of the Justice League, I just don't see him doing that,
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Are you excited that Michael Keaton is going to be in Batgirl? Does this elevate your anticipation of seeing it? I'll be honest with you. I'm more interested now in watching Batgirl than I was yesterday. Do you think he could be the new de facto Batman in the DCU or not? However you guys are thinking about this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.